Hello everyone, it's Maki. Episode 10 of GQuuuuuuX was full of fun elements once again. Today, let's take a closer look at some intriguing details. There are only 2 episodes left in the story. What kind of drama will unfold next? Before we dive in, I have a quick announcement. I'm inviting support through memberships on my channel. For just 99 cents a month, you can get a name badge and special comment stamps. Alright, then let's get into the analysis. First, let's look at how much time might have passed between episodes 9 and 10. It came as quite a surprise to see Machi piloting the GQuuuuuuX without activating the Omega Psychommu system. In episode 7, we saw a document labeled the EO Magnaso construction project. Considering how enormous and powerful this weapon is, it would be difficult to build in a short period of time. While it's possible to interpret it as a modified version of the solar ray, which was constructed in Universal Century 0079, the structures of EO Magnus and the solar ray differ too greatly. Therefore, it's reasonable to assume that a significant amount of time has passed. By the way, was Machi able to swim in Earth's oceans? Given the good relationship between Char and Match, it seems likely that Machi's dream of swimming in Earth's oceans has come true. Char said that his goal was to create a world for new types. If he's sincere, then allowing Machi to experience the damage to Earth caused by human conflict would align with his ideals. The official X account shared an intriguing image. It's most likely Char's novel. It appears that Char will be returning in episode 11. But is this the Char from the world of GQuuuuuuX? Or is he from the other side? What is he fighting for? Actually, there was a clue in the subtitles. Let's take a look at the moment when Niran activates EO Magnaso. Depending on the language, there may be slight variations. But in Japanese, the subtitle reads something like Lolo sound scream. It's not a vague phrase, like a loud sound, it specifically says scream. Char has asked Machi to rescue the new type inside Sharon's rose. The Lolo inside Sharon's rose seems to be deeply suffering from being used as a tool for mass slaughter. Also, let's pay attention to Niran's line. She says it smells awful. Her gaze is directed toward what looks like the control room of EO Magnaso. Char is there too. Char too once spoke of wanting a world for new types. When Niran talks about a bad smell, she's usually referring to hostility. If Char is confronting Niran, who is about to commit mass murder using EO Magnaso, then it wouldn't be surprising if he feels hostile toward her. Perhaps like Machi, Char is acting to save the new type within Sharon's roles. There's even a possibility that Char and Machi will end up fighting side by side. In Gundam and other works of fiction, having protagonists from different eras team up is often a powerful and exciting development. However, if things go in that direction, it would be difficult for Niran to serve as the sole antagonist. Char, Machi, and Char would essentially form a trio. Currently, Ixabi is Niran's only real ally. I'm looking forward to seeing how the final battle unfolds. There's another interesting element to consider. In episode 10, news agencies from around the world gathered near Rio Magnaso. A similar situation occurs in the original Universal Century story, written by Yoshiyuki Tomino. This occurs in Zeta Gundam. In that story, Char gives a speech at the Central Assembly of the Earth's Federation government in the Char. He exposes the atrocities committed by the Titans to the entire world. He also reveals his identity as Char's novel, setting up a situation where footage can be broadcast worldwide isn't easy. In the original 0079, there's a scene in which Giran Zobi mobilizes the entire Xeon intelligence network to make a worldwide broadcast. In Zeta Gundam, the speech only happened at the Earth Federation Central Parliament, which made it possible. If Char wants to reveal to the world that his real name is Caspar Remdaikan, the rightful of the Principality of Xeon, and that he is Char's novel, this is the perfect opportunity in EU Magnasso. If he lets this moment slip by, it may be difficult to get another chance like this. Perhaps the image shared on the official X account shows Char heading to a press conference, ready to announce the return of Caspar Remdaikan to the world. Finally, let's take a quick look at the preview footage. It appears that Machu and Niran are engaged in a battle. Focus on Machu's cockpit for a moment. The words Omega Psychommu system inoperative are displayed. Could some function of the G-Fret, which is piloted by Niran, be interfering with GQuuuuuX's Omega Psychommu system? In Niran's cockpit, the word active is visible. Some of you may recall the Psychommu jack from Gundam Unicorn. That system allowed one to take control of the enemy's Psychommu weapons. However, Gundam Unicorn wasn't written by Tomino, but by Haruto Shifukui. Nevertheless, similar concepts appear in Tomino's works as well. For example, Zeta Gundam paralyzed the movements of the O. Another example is when the enemy funnels lost control after making contact with the new Gundam's barrier. In Tomino's stories, we also see moments when the enemy's Psychommu weapons are disabled. At the end of the preview, we see GQuuuuuX with the Omega Psychommu system activated. How will Machu overcome this crisis? I can't wait to see where the story goes from here. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. See you in the next episode.